Hey, are you curious what it looks inside the community of Dove Canyon? Let's go in and take a look. One of the benefits of this community is how beautiful the drive up the hill to the gate is. They're actually doing work, unfortunately, right now on this big waterfall, but that's one of the staples as you drive up here is this big waterfall. And right across this street, you have a couple things. You have Rancho Santa Margarita Catholic High School right here straight ahead of me. And then on the left, this is one of the entrances to Coto de Casa. Now, this is just a members and residents access. There's no guest access here. You have to go through another gate. But this, again, is the nice drive up to Dove Canyon. Very peaceful, nice and quiet. Again, normally there's this waterfall right here, but just walking up here, you can tell very nice, upkept, a lot of space. And then here's a little park access to a little trails right there. Let's continue the tour of Dove Canyon. All right, so here, we're still in Dove Canyon in the private country club. So here, one of the benefits of Dove Canyon is just all the open space and the just sheer beauty Dove Canyon has. So this is the Saddleback Mountain. We have a little preserve here of water, but over there, actually straight ahead, right before the Saddleback Mountain, you'll see Robinson Ranch up there. Rancho Cielo is over here to the left. Now this is like a common area. We call this like the lawn pavilion. So over here is the pool, private pool, which we'll see in just a second. And then on this side, we'll go take a look right now. There's tennis courts and pickleball courts. During the summer months, we have a lot of parties and concerts in the park right through here. Also, you can rent this space for birthdays and whatnot, but let's go take a look at some of the tennis courts here just to get an idea. So this one, they converted the tennis court to a pickleball court. It's actually two pickleball courts right here. And then we have another set on the other side here. But as you can see, just a lot of open space. A lot of the new construction communities in Orange County don't have this. But this is one of the benefits of Dove Canyon. Again, this is fully gated, 24-hour guard gated community. Another benefit of this pool, so there's other communities that are gated here, like really close to here, not to name any names, but they're gated, they're really close to here. But they don't have like a public pool. You'd have to pay, or not a public pool, but they don't have a pool access in the HOA fee. This one, you do get access to it. And there's also cabanas here. So not that many communities that have an HOA or a pool have cabanas. And I'll have some drone footage going above there. All right, so here's an overview of the Dove Canyon pool, tennis court area, and that open green pavilion. Like I said earlier, the green pavilion, we have a couple concerts a year. You can also rent this space throughout the year if you have birthdays and you want to set up like inflatable jumping structures and slides and whatnot. You can rent those and put those here. But over here, you'll see this is where the pool area is. And just seeing it from a drone footage, you can, just kind of see how nice it is. We have, not only is it a very big pool, but there's also cabanas throughout the pool, seating areas. It almost feels like a resort. Not that many HOAs for like a residential community have cabanas in their pool. And you don't have to pay an extra service on top of your HOA fee to have access to that. So any resident inside Dove Canyon has access to the pool and the cabanas there. And it is first come, first serve. You'll notice all the tennis courts and there's pickleball courts. There's that nice, beautiful open ravine that overlooks to the Saddleback Mountain right there. And it's just a beautiful place. I mean, it's just a beautiful place to raise a family there. Dove Canyon also, several other reasons why people love Dove Canyon and move here is, and I'll show right now, the gate. There's a 24-hour, 24/7 guard gated gate here. And it's really tough to get in the gate if you don't have somebody that has already called you into the gate. There's other communities like Coto de Caza, which is funny because you would think Coto de Caza is a little bit more pristine, if you will, but it's very easy to get inside that gate. But Dove Canyon takes it extremely seriously. So if you take privacy and security, if that's extremely important to you, Dove Canyon gate is very, very strict, and they will not let anybody in that is not on the list. And even Amazon, literally, like you have to put Amazon on the list if you want Amazon delivery. That's how strict they are. There's an app that you'll have on your phone where you can add and remove guests or service members, and you can either put them on a permanent list or a temporary list there. So, but that's another really main factor that people love about Dove Canyon neighborhood is the 24/7 guard gated gate right there, which is very nice. Now, another amenity that I think sometimes gets overlooked now in 2026 is going to be that there's a private country club inside the gate of Dove Canyon. I'll do a little bit of a drone footage over there as well so you can see. And, part of the reason why I'm making these videos is because this is a gated community. And sometimes the open or the public that is interested in this community might not get any of this information unless you happen to know somebody in there or maybe you go to an open house. But a lot of people want to get that information before they have to talk to a sales rep, right? Or somebody in sales, a sales agent. And so that's one of the purposes of doing these videos. But this is the Dove Canyon Country Club. There are many memberships. This is not included in the HOA fee. That's definitely a big misconception, is that this is access to the clubhouse and all the amenities of the clubhouse for the Dove Canyon Country Club is separate from the HOA that you pay. Now, as of today in 2026, we're in August of 2026, there is a social membership for, I think it's like $74 a month. Pretty affordable. And what that gets you is basically access to the clubhouse. You can eat and drink there. It's private dining. It's very, very nice. There's several events like Easter, Santa, New Year's, 4th of July. There's a lot of like family events that you need to be a Mother's Day, Father's Day, you need to be a member to, at least a social member to participate in. There's a small fitness center, and it's just like a nice, especially if you live inside Dove Canyon, to have somewhere you can eat inside the gate for $74 a month. For most people think that that's a pretty good value. From there is a lot more of golf memberships, and I don't know exactly the pricing on there, but I can leave the information below to Gabe, who's the general manager of Dove Canyon Country Club. He'll be more than happy to go over the different membership options. But it goes from, limited golf to like full golf, and it's pretty expensive between the different tiers. I think there's like 5 different tiers. So if being a part of a country club is important to you, Dove Canyon has that. A lot of the new communities in Orange County, like if you look at Rancho Mission Viejo, Irvine Great Park, they're not, even Orchard Hills in Irvine, there's no private country club. Now, that might not be a huge deal, but sometimes you don't know what you're missing unless you have seen it. Again, I would highly recommend if you're looking at buying a home in Dove Canyon or in the nearby communities, you don't have to even be a resident inside Dove Canyon to be a member at the clubhouse. It's a very nice privilege, if you're willing to pay for it. I mean, I'm a member at Dove Canyon Country Club, and I see literally residents from Irvine coming to Dove Canyon because they like the beauty. It's a good value, and it's a great golf course. But this is the country club. It's beautiful. A lot of wood in there. You just feel very comfortable. It's nice and quiet. There's kids there, but that's the country club. Dove Canyon is a amazing place to raise a family, to live. It's quiet. It's beautiful. Even going on morning walks or afternoon walks here, it's absolutely pristine. I mean, the landscaping's done very nice. Everything is kept very nice and clean. We've already said it's gated, very safe neighborhood. The security literally drives around every couple hours. You'll see the security vehicle. It drives around every street in Dove Canyon. I think it's like 3 or 4 times a day, every day, 7 days a week. It's just a very, very nice, comfortable lifestyle and comfortable neighborhood to live in, especially for young families. There's a lot of young families since COVID that have moved into Dove Canyon. And so if you have a young family or you're starting a young family and you're looking for a great neighborhood to call home, I would highly recommend Dove Canyon. It's a great neighborhood and you will not be upset that you considered this neighborhood. If you have any questions about Dove Canyon or would like to look at some properties for sale in here or considering selling your home in Dove Canyon, reach out to me below. My contact information will be in the description. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.